Hello everyone, welcome to TechNotch. Today, we're going to demystify a really fundamental concept of the internet, network ports. These are the invisible gateways that are absolutely essential for everything you do online. So let's break down what they are and why they matter so much.
Okay, so the easiest way to wrap your head around a port is with a simple analogy. Imagine your computer's IP address is like the street address for a huge apartment building. Well, a network port is the specific apartment number. It's that virtual doorway that tells your computer exactly which app, whether it's your web browser, your email, or a game, should get the incoming data. And this is how you can browse a website, get an email notification, and be on a video call all at the same time using just one internet connection. Your computer's operating system basically acts like a traffic cop, using these port numbers to guide all that data to the right program, making sure nothing gets lost or mixed up. It's a process called multiplexing, and it's happening constantly.
So, how many of these apartment numbers are there exactly? For the main protocols, TCP and UDP, there are precisely 65,535 available ports. Now, that number isn't random. It comes from the 16-bit value used to identify them. It creates this absolutely massive digital landscape for all of our online communications.
To keep this huge range of ports from being total chaos, an organization called the Internet Assigned Numbers Authority, or IANA for short, divides them into 3 distinct categories. This whole system creates a global standard that helps keep all that digital traffic organized and flowing smoothly.
So, first up are the well-known ports, which are reserved for the most essential internet services. Then you have the registered ports, which companies can claim for their specific apps, like a video game or a messaging service. And finally, there are dynamic or private ports. Your device uses these for temporary connections, like every time your browser visits a new website. For this explainer, we're going to focus on that first, most critical group, the well-known ports.
All right, let's dive into some of the most common well-known ports. I guarantee you interact with these every single day, probably without even thinking about it.
Looking at this list, you can literally map out your daily online life. Port 22, SSH, is the backbone for secure remote work. Port 25, SMTP, is what sends your emails zipping across the internet. Port 53 for DNS is like the internet's phone book. It turns website names into IP addresses. And of course, port 443, that's for HTTPS, and it secures pretty much every website you visit. It's that little padlock icon you see in your browser.
So, why is knowing all of this so important? Well, the answer really boils down to one word: security. Understanding ports is absolutely fundamental to protecting any network.
This quote just sums it up perfectly. Since ports are the official gateways for services to communicate, they naturally become the #1 target for attackers who are looking for an open door into a network.
And the data makes this crystal clear. Security research consistently shows that just 3 ports, SSH, HTTP, and HTTPS, are the target of roughly 65% of all port-based attacks. That's a huge number, and it tells you that attackers are focusing their energy right where they think they'll find an opening.
Right, they focus on these high-value public-facing services because if they can compromise one, they can get significant control. They're basically looking for the low-hanging fruit, systems with default settings, weak passwords, or software that hasn't been updated.
Okay, let's quickly recap the most crucial points to remember about network ports.
So let's put it all together. First, ports are the endpoints that direct internet traffic. Simple as that. Second, they're organized into those key ranges to keep things from being a total mess. Third, and this is the big one, because they are gateways, every single open port is a potential security risk. And that means, finally, defending these ports through constant monitoring and smart management isn't just a good idea, it's an absolute necessity.
So knowing all this, it kind of changes how you see a simple action like browsing a website, right? You now know it's a targeted, port-based conversation between your device and a server somewhere out there, a conversation that has real security implications. Every click is basically a request knocking on a specific digital door.
Now that you have the basics down, what are you most curious about next? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you found this explainer helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more breakdowns of complex tech topics. Thanks so much for joining us.